Hi, welcome to Photos with Frank, where we take interesting people and put them into their favorite things. I'm joined by Jackie, also known as Fab Workshop. Hi, Jackie. Oh, say something.
Hello.
Okay. you just,
Okay, I guess I have to speak directly in the mic.
yeah, you just waved and then I didn't see anything, so I just wanted to check in. But you're one of the locals here in Canberra, Australia. You've got a pretty successful learn to play channel that I've helped out with Runeblade stuff. Uh,
Yeah,
we're going to nationals. Yeah, it's all happening, right?
yeah,
Uh,
happening.
and so we're doing your one of your favorite cards, right? Nourishing
Yeah,
Emptiness.
I mean, it's not my favorite card in the sense of playing the card. I remember when I started playing the game and I saw that art and it just spoke to me. I just love that art so much.
Here,
And it's
well,
still to this day my favorite.
perfect. Well, what I'm going to get you to do to start. Also, if I'm looking at the camera, it's because I'm already photoshopping. So I just
Yep.
want to. So in about a minute or 30 seconds, however long, yeah, just tell me the story of why you like Nourishing Emptiness, and yeah, and to give it to me straight.
Yep. Look, I started playing Flesh and Blood around Crucible Monarch sets, and I remember someone playing that card, and I just was, wow, that doesn't look like anything else in the set. Why is this so sweet? I love that art so much. It's just cool. And what's really, really great is that my first spoiler card I got last set was Humble, which is the same artist. So I was super excited because it was the same artist. So I really like that artist quite a bit. So yeah, there's nothing much to it. It's just that art was just sick. It looks amazing. So
It just
yeah.
really spoke to you. Have you ever played with the
Yeah.
card?
Yeah, I do. I played it with it a few times. I played it in Azuri, but mechanically speaking, I like Spark of Genius probably the most. But Nourishing is will always stay my favorite art in all the game.
Yeah, yeah, because you're like, I mean, we know you as the Dash player. That's
Mm,
kind of your whole
my
your whole
shtick.
mo here. Um,
Yeah, I love
and
all the heroes, but I always come back to her, and you know that.
yeah, yeah. What is it that really attracts you uh to Dash? I mean, also as a small side note, there's not a lot of interactions in this game where you feel more powerful than the moment that you play Nourishing Emptiness with Kano and get 5 cards in your hand,
Hmm.
and then you're just like, oh, it's time to shine. Uh,
Yeah, true.
I
Or this weird drone of brutality riptide deck that I was playing. It's funny. It's not good. It's pretty funny. But Nourishing is all about that deck. So, but
yeah,
I
so
get Kano. Yeah, yeah.
it's so good. It's I like yeah, I played a bit of Kano, and it really that's one of the things that really draws me to it. Is just, I mean, it's clearly
Yeah,
an unfair thing that you're doing, but yeah, I
it
really enjoy it.
is.
It's very fun. Yes, okay, so what is it about Dash? What really gets you there?
um, um, I mean, it's funny when the reason why I started playing Dash is because we open a whole lot of our game. Me and Ashley, so my husband, and I opened the legendary Teklo Foundry Heart, and we got like a heap ton of mechanologist cards in that set, and we got a lot of wizard cards. So I said, well, to make it cheaper on us, I'll pick the mechanologist. And so Ashley, for a long, long time, played the wizard. So he played Kano for a while. And it's funny because he hasn't touched wizard in a long time, but
Oh, that
um,
man loves Ranger. Let's
no,
I mean, he's just like
he's
Warrior
loving
lately, yeah.
Dory right now. He's
Yeah.
loving it so much. But the reason why, and the reason why I continue playing her is not really blitz. I don't really like the just pure aggro go fast. I love that in Classic Constructed, like I'll sit in front of an Oldham or a control matchup and I'll go full control. And then next matchup, I match into a aggro and I switch my game plan completely. And that's what I find so interesting is that I never play this. It doesn't feel like I play the same deck ever. So
There's a
that's
lot of
why,
variety.
yeah, and that's why I've been sticking with her because it takes a while to get used to. So people thinking that they can just pick it up and be great at it, you have to practice quite a bit just because of that hybrid. If you go full boost, not a problem, but
Yeah, okay.
if you,
And
but
then
that's why I love her, really. The variety that she brings.
yeah. Yeah.
With the smallest card pool though. She doesn't
Yeah.
have a lot of cards yet, so
Has not gotten
hopefully.
has not gotten a lot of support in a very
Mm,
long time.
yeah.
Um yeah, that's interesting. And so it was kind of you just fell into it and then just really connected with her.
Owned it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I started playing with your boy Change. He was my
Yeah.
boy. He was my OG. Like he was the one that I played with because that's the Blitz deck that I bought, like the pre-constructed. And I thought like I love the art. That's what sucked me in this game at the beginning. And I thought, oh, he looks freaking heavy metal. I want to play that guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just there wasn't a channel like mine yet, and no one explained to me how he worked. So I had a lot of difficulty understanding how he worked at the beginning because I didn't know anyone that was playing really. So because it was very still new where we're from, so I don't think I think you started about the same time as me. Um,
We started in Monarch
and
Unlimited, so I think you were just
yeah,
before us. Um
yeah, just a tiny bit, not very far in front. Yeah.
But that actually segues really well into so you have this channel and it's pretty unique in that it is one of those like learn to play channels where you do kind of a deep dive on each hero and you've done it for most heroes now, right? Like you're getting to that point.
Um, no, but there's so many heroes. It's crazy. There's still a lot to do. So right now, I'm working on the 13th. So Viscera is the next, and yeah, he's number 13. So, but I still haven't touched any of the Monarch only young heroes that a lot of people have been asking actually. So, and there's
Oh.
always more being added. So it's hard to keep up, and that's fine. That means I have more to talk about. It's just, I think the difficulty that I'm finding sometimes is that I'm not a pro at any of these decks. So I'm learning a lot myself when I write these. And that's why I really appreciate like help like you, like when you help me with Chain and Viserai, because I have an understanding, but it's good to see that other layer on top of it. So I write my bit and I look at what you have to bring and it just clicks and it helps me be a better player. So making these video is like an alternate, like there's another motive. I get better at the game because I'm learning them as I go as well. So it's
Yeah.
great.
That is really one of my favorite things about this game is that it just really like it really benefits those who just kind of stick with a hero and learn it in and
Mm.
out and like there's top decks and such, but like there's just a lot to be an expert in a very
Oh,
specific hero and to know it and
absolutely.
know the matchups, and that's really like for me that was very appealing getting into it, because yeah, I mean, ride or die, I'm Runeblade, and then I usually will have one extra thing. So like lately it's been Ninja.
Yeah.
I've been playing around with Ninja and stuff, and then like for a little bit I was playing Kano and Blitz, and I like still have that deck. But I'm never really planning on jumping into other heroes and such because that's just not for me, and that's not what interests me. So
Mm.
yeah, I really really like having just a few set heroes and gameplays, because like that's the other thing that I found is that these games feel so it feels so different just being like, if you're playing Guardian, you're playing a completely different game than playing
Yep.
Runeblade. And
Mm.
yeah, I mean, it's really good with your channel that that actually helps a lot of
And it
people.
was great because, and it's funny because there's some people, oh, I'm not a new player. I don't need to watch this. But I've been to Montreal for a month, and I did a few road to nationals over there. And I kid you not, one of the top eights, he recognized my voice, said, "Oh, I know your voice from somewhere." Said, "Do you have a channel?" I said, "Oh yeah, I have this channel." I said, "Oh, you're the one that taught me how to play this deck," and he was in the top eight, and that's fantastic to hear. So it's really great. So it doesn't just help um, a new player. It helps a current player maybe learn a new deck that they never looked at. So because yes, you can go on other channels and look at the top deck, how to play that deck, and but I'm really all about how does that hero actually works. So I'm not talking about the best lines in a game probably, but how does this hero actually functions, like in general. So, and at the end of the day, that's what we need to know is how this hero actually works. And after it just clicks, it's just practice. And
Yeah, and people are really into that.
yeah,
Yeah, that's exciting. That's really cool.
yeah.
Um, what has been your favorite hero to like really,
Cover.
yeah, cover so far?
Oh wow. That's a good one. I mean, I really enjoyed the Azuri video they made. And that's why I kind of been playing her a bit because I thought, wow, there's a bit more to it than just swapping. There's there's a lot of mind games. She's kind of like a Dory in disguise to me, like a little bit, because there's like a mini game that's happening also at the same time. So I kind of enjoy that part of it. But funny enough, I think my other favorite hero that I covered because I learned so much by doing that video is Lexi. I
Oh,
I
interesting.
am not a ranger player. And you know me. I'm
Yeah.
not a ranger. Wizard and ranger, it doesn't connect with me at all. And I decided because people were just asking for Lexi, I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to suck it up and I'm going to do it. And I learned so much by doing that one. I was so proud um, because I finally kind of understood the whole thing. And so, yeah, I actually really enjoyed doing it. It was very long for me to do, but I really enjoyed it. It was good.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's one of the interesting things about Rangers specifically is that there's a lot to do about it. Like, it's harder than people
They
take
have a
credit for it.
weapon, but they don't have a weapon.
Yeah, that was. I was actually gonna say that Azuri is one of those interesting ones. I have like a whole rant about certain heroes in that it's kind of frustrating seeing certain heroes be like feel really cohesive immediately and then see other heroes like Brute or Assassin that just have kind of like struggled to find their identity in the sense that you
Mm,
have Arachne, and Arachne's like, obviously quite a cool hero, and like I love the contracts, and like that's all very flavorful, but like, it got the next set and immediately that support was gone. Like he and Azuri just don't really mesh super well. And that there's cards that are like
yeah.
that fit into both decks, but they're not, you know, they're not
I think Arachne is like super interesting, and I just think we haven't figured him out
and
completely yet. I
yeah.
think there's a deck there, and I just don't think it's fully figured out. I
I
think
think
there's
it
something missing, or there's a piece missing, or something. I don't see it, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's the problem more in my mind is just that there's all of these cards that are like that go in both decks kind of, but they don't match up very well. And so you just
Mm,
like have this issue that you know, all of
yeah,
the assassin stuff doesn't necessarily go together and mesh very well. And then you have things like Brute as well, which like Brute's a tough nut to crack, and I think this newest set's gonna be just super cool for it.
Oh, I know that I'm. It's funny. I was all about so excited about Vincent, but more and more I'm looking at it. I'm pretty keen to have a crack at Levia. I think she's going to be super interesting. I'm super excited about the stuff I've seen. So if there's something I'm going to be dabbling a bit, probably the first here I'm probably going to do in this new set is probably going to be Levia. I think, well, she's not new, but she's got a lot
She's
of
gotten
new
a lot of new
toys.
stuff, and that's yeah,
Yeah, so I think I'm pretty keen to delve into. She has one of the best lore in the game as well, and that's the
yeah,
other thing. I'm going to be starting lore a lot now. So I actually finished. I'm going to send it to you to check it out, Frank.
easy.
I have my lore intro is pretty sick.
Okay, yeah,
Pretty
I'm excited to see it. Yeah, I mean, Levia's gonna be really interesting. I had to have Luke explain to me like 3 times how to actually like,
Activate.
well, just what she did, because the whole concept of a demi hero, I just like didn't really get it. Um, but Luke explained it to me very patiently, and
What's
it
cool is
seems
that you
very cool.
choose what you start with. Like you can't just decide mid game like which side you're going to be playing, which is really interesting to me. So I don't know. I think it's going to be cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty keen on seeing that. I think it'll be really fun.
I know
Um,
you're going to be playing with Vincent a lot. That's
oh
for
yeah,
sure.
it's
She
definitely been
looks very
set time.
interesting to. Yeah,
I do
that's
think
really
that
cool.
it's going to be one of those ones where she seems very hard to build. The more that I've like looked at her, the
Mm,
harder she seems to build, and I don't really know what that means in the sense of like how everything's going to come together, but
yeah,
I'm excited to find out. So, um yeah, it should be really good. I think she seems like she has a lot going for her, but if you're just doing attacks, if you're just doing a set amount of like 7 attacks, I think that might not actually be as strong as you need. So you're gonna need to have all of this coherency with playing her, and I don't know what that
mm,
looks like at the moment. So that's gonna be the thing that I think kind of defines it, is how a better deck builder than me is going to find some cohesion amongst the cards. And if they can
yeah,
find that, then I think she's quite good, and I think she's also quite a good counter to the other things of the format. But
yeah. That's what I thought. That's the first thing that I noticed right away. I think she's going to be a good counter for a few like
yeah,
bullies right now.
yeah, take that, Prism.
Mm.
This new Prism looks nuts as well.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about her yet. I'm gonna need to see. I don't see myself sitting and cracking that, not like trying to actually build, because usually when there's a new set, I'll pick a hero and I delve in it and I make a deck and I play it for a while. And uh and I don't think that she's the one for me. And I was super excited for her, but I'm seeing the cards and I'm like, I'm not as excited as I want it to be. The cards are amazing, don't get me wrong, but it's just not clicking with me.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean that's
it's
fair.
yeah.
Luke is so excited. I think
Oh yeah, I know. Luke would be.
Luke is my
I hope you
roommate.
interview. Yeah, I hope Luke actually comes on your
Yeah, he's
photos.
I'll get him on eventually, um, and we can argue about just have heated arguments about cards, which is our normal kind of thing.
Mm,
Um, but yeah, it'll be really interesting to see, because the figments are all quite strong, I think. But the
yeah,
thing that initially I was like, you can kind of just fatigue her out. And there's a reason that she's starting at such a low life total, right? Because like each one being ward ends up putting her at actually like a very high life total, which is kind of fun.
yeah. How are you feeling about her legendary equipment? Like,
Which one?
um, let's talk about the headpiece. Like, what's your feelings about it when you saw it initially?
I mean, the headpiece and kimono kind of clearly go together, but I don't know if that's actually what she's gonna want to be doing, because the
Mm,
Halo of Illumination seems like it's just a better fit. Because I I need to reread Prism, but I'm pretty sure that once you banish a herald to the soul, you can just trigger her ability. So I think you might just be able to do that instant speed. I don't know if it's even on your turn, is the thing.
okay.
Um,
I'm
but
still like the jury's still out for me on that one. I'm not ready. I know some people have been just dumping on that card saying it's terrible. I don't know yet. I'm undecided how excited about that card I am. But
yeah,
there's a reason why it exists, and there's a reason why it's legendary, I think. And we just haven't seen the full potential yet.
yeah. I mean,
I don't think it's just kimono. I don't think it's just the kimono. I think there's other things. I just don't know.
it's kind
Have
of
to see it.
card advantage, right? Because you just pay
Yeah.
one and you get a ponder, which means that you
Mm.
like turn times when your opponent has like killed your stuff into pretty good pivot turns, I guess. But it that's more of a question of like if they destroy something on your turn, because it doesn't actually affect you when you get the ponder tokens, right?
Yeah.
So
Uh, oh, we'll see.
yeah.
It's yeah.
I
Can't
know.
wait to open the cards and check them out and see
Yeah.
the ones that we're missing. Like they're are the spoilers done now, or is it all?
The spoilers done. They did an official thing, and then they did an official box opening, and then I think they're going to do the like actual set in the next few days. They're also doing a ban list tomorrow update.
Oh, oh.
Yeah, so that
Any
should be.
predictions?
Um,
I don't know. I don't see anything problematic. If they tell me Codex of Frailty, I'm gonna say, "Come on, man." I
yeah,
mean, it's a really powerful card, but I think I don't know. I have a feeling that this is just me. I'm not a ranger player, but I have a feeling that with that new specialization for Lexi, because we kind of forgot about all of those because of the spoilers, but the one that's been spoiled like a few weeks ago is actually ridiculously powerful. So I have a feeling that Lexi is gonna like pivot out of this whole fuseless nonsense. I really hate that actually. I think she needs to be elemental. I think she's gonna go back to ice lightning stuff.
it
And
does.
I'm happy if she does because I don't like the flavor of useless. I don't think it's interesting. Um
Yeah,
I think there's gonna be some changes to how people are playing her because with the new heroes, she's gonna have to change a bit, I think. Because I think Vincent is gonna be a bully. Um I think she's going to be problematic for Lexi. Um,
I'd
I
believe
think.
that.
I think. Yeah.
She does have a lot. That's the thing as well that I've been thinking about Vincent, is that Vincent has a lot of effects that like are kind of uninteractable disruption. Just like
Mm-hmm.
especially the widespread, like the widespread cards and my spoiler card, D-
Mm.
Dimensional Vortex.
That
Um,
guy. Can you show it? Like, what is it
yeah,
again? I keep forgetting. I saw it like a million times.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
what it
So
does,
interesting.
yeah. So it doesn't pitch, block, or attack. So it's got no colors on any of the orbs.
So
But
weird.
it costs 3, and if you play it from your blood debt, it costs 1 less. So
Mm.
it costs 1 most of the time. And then each player banishes a card from their arsenal, which like truly is just I have no idea how to evaluate that card. I think I said it in my spoiler, but like my
I
brain's literally not big enough. It's just there's a lot happening that is
I
really
think
really
that
hard about the
card
card.
though, Frank, was perfectly given to you because it's so damn weird and your
Yeah.
stuff was so weird but like wholesome weird. I loved your stuff just
It,
because you know what, guys, like whoever out there that are infuriated with Frank, just go sit down a little bit because Frank brought the whole community. Like his engagement on Facebook was ridiculous. Like I was looking at it as like, wow, like look at all these people across the world just engaging with these crazy looking Photoshop pictures. And you know what? Like we were all engaged talking and having just a good wholesome time. So I'm freaking ecstatic that you got a spoil. I think it was very well deserved.
Thank you. It was pretty funny seeing because yeah, I actually noticed that the other day. It was just that I was looking at like the top fan thing because they keep giving me this badge and it's I just like didn't know what it was for, and I looked into it and it was because I had so much engagement, but like I think I have like 3 times the engagement of the next most.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, my numbers were just crazy, which is pretty funny. But you know, it was really fun, and I'm really glad I got to do it.
It was very fun. I enjoyed it. I was just cracking up. The number of times that coffee came literally out of my nose sometimes because I would just open, take my coffee in the morning, click, and just see your face and the craziest stuff. It's just, yeah, it's awesome. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a really fun chance to like play around creatively.
Well, that's the thing. No one ever has done it. Like really, like people have photoshops, but like before, but just you were so dedicated. And I kid you not, guys. Like sometimes, like we were in Baltimore, and he was sitting there. He was dedicated. He was sitting in a hotel, and he was making his video.
That was actually
was epic. That was so funny.
It was
I loved seeing.
It was literally when Vincent was first announced.
Yes.
And yeah, it was pretty silly because yeah, it was just first announced, and then I ended up hearing about it, and you wanted to go back to the hotel, and which was great because I needed to do the thing, and I was like, I had an extra one that I was gonna do for that day, but then how do you miss that chance? And I got to do it. And then actually one of the next guests that I'm going to have on is actually a cosplayer. He did a Viscerai cosplay at
Baltimore. Right. Yeah. I've seen him. Yeah. It was pretty good, actually.
It was. Yeah, it was incredible. His name was Firein. But like right before we had left, I had taken a picture.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
And I was just on such a campaign to like get I needed permission because like if you're gonna Photoshop someone's face into things, you kind of want to like make sure that they're okay with it, especially when you're just kind of doing it as a fun thing and it's a little bit goofy. So I like had to track him down, and I
remember that.
Yeah, I bothered a lot of judges trying to figure that out.
But you found him.
Oh yeah.
Oh well, you know what the thumbnail's gonna be for that video when you Photoshop.
Oh yeah, just our faces together.
Yeah.
So but yeah, so that was a good. Baltimore was really fun. I'm glad like you were very organized, which made life a lot easier because I was coming from work, and that was a lot.
Oh well, kudos to you, like jumping on a plane and then doing a calling.
Oh god, yeah, that was a red-eye flight from Reno into it, and then I ended up going 5-3 on the day, which was okay, but I didn't make day 2. I think we're just about done here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Oh boy. Oh, what have you done?
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna send this through on Discord, and I'll make this
dear big. Lord. Oh dear Lord. Oh my Lord. It's funny because I used to have hair like that. That's so funny. I'm gonna have to zoom in and play around. Did you put your face somewhere?
No, I didn't put my face. I did put a special guest's face though.
Oh, you put my ugly young self with a mullet. Yes, everyone. I did have a mullet when I was a kid.
Yeah. How old were you in this image?
Oh, sorry. Kira's
cat time.
making cat time. She's making an appearance. She hurt herself, so I'm gonna have to
A cat
help her
guess.
down. There you go. Yep. I was, oh boy, probably 8 or 9.
Oh
Um,
wow.
yeah, so that was a long time ago because I'm not a spring chicken anymore. Yeah, I was very young. You can tell that my grandma, well, you can't see it on this, guys, but I'm wearing like a bunny shirt or something, like a really weird shirt that my grandma gave me. It was pretty,
Let me
yeah, it
see.
was not very
Yeah,
good.
it is Party Bunny. Party Bunny.
Yeah, party bunny.
Um, yeah, I did hide Ashley in the pic. Um, but yes. Okay, Jackie. Give us your spiel. What do you want to plug? Your channel?
Well, look, if you're a new player, come check out the Fab Workshop. And if you're not a new player, come check out the Fab Workshop because you might learn something. And stick around because I will be starting to do lore for all of you lore buffs. So
Sweet.
everything about Flesh and Blood.
And that's the Fab Workshop. And yeah, if you're a new player or if you're a returning player, you're just trying a new hero, like there's a lot of both rudimentary and a little bit more advanced at the end, like the gameplay mechanics, especially with the Runeblade stuff, because I did that. And I did some really interesting lines that I liked. But amazing. Thank you so much, Jackie, and it's
No,
been a
thank
pleasure.
you. Thank you.
Awesome.
Bye.
See you next time.